Good morning everyone and happy Tuesday as you're watching this. I am in such a good mood this morning. The sun is shining, it's feeling a lot warmer. I'm wearing my fave River Island dress, which you would have seen in last week's spring haul. And I've just had a most gorgeous flower delivery. Let me show you these because these are just absolutely stunning. Look at these. I love them so much. I've just been taking photos because, you know, I need to get my flower photos in. I absolutely love my flowers. And as I said, we have got the most stunning blue sky today. And honestly, I just love Mr. Blue Sky. Look at that. If that doesn't look like a beautiful spring day, I don't know what does. Another reason why I am in just such a good mood today is because today we're going to be making a few little updates to the flat, but also I think mainly my dressing room. I want to kind of just like upgrade my dressing room a little bit and just make it somewhere that I just absolutely love and, you know, love being in and love spending time in. So we're going to be making just like a few little changes and switching things up a little bit. I think one of the things I do kind of want to start on is my shelves, and I know how much you guys love the shelves as well, and that makes me really happy. I definitely think the shelves are quite like a focus piece in this room, so they do need to look as like good as possible as much of the time, and I like them to look very like curated, very kind of like boutique-y, and just really like pulled together. And also one thing I want to do is just kind of like change up the desk a little bit. I think this just looks a little bit too messy. I don't really like the vibe that we've got going on here, and there's going to be some big changes going on to that side of the room, so we'll come to those in a minute. We'll start with the shelves first. So one thing that you guys always comment on whenever I get like new items is where are they going to go on the shelves. So if you've been keeping up to date with all the vlogs, we've got quite a few new little bags. We've got this one, which is from my Misguided haul, which would have been, you would have seen on Sunday. This River Island one that I've just shoved up at the top, and I've got a few Jo Malone boxes that I kind of want to have a play about with on the shelves because I really like how these ones look. I have had these for ages and I just really like how they look on the side. And yeah, so things need to just change up a little bit. One thing I am struggling with this tote bag is it doesn't seem to fit on any of the shelves, but I don't know if it looks too messy up the top there. We have a few boxes at the top of the wardrobes and I think that looks okay, but I think maybe having boxes up at the top of the shelves is a bit too much. So we're going to have a bit of a play around. I think one thing that I do want to do is completely get rid of these boots. I think the Balenciagas and the Saint Laurent trainers are okay because they're on their side. They're quite like curated on here, you know, they don't just look like, oh, she's just using this as like shoe storage. Whereas I feel like the boots at the bottom is very much like, oh, she's just using it for shoe storage. But I'm not sure. I might consider taking off the trainers as well and not having any shoes on these shelves because I'm definitely much more of like a bag person. As you can see, I just love my bags. I always have been. I remember as a little girl, my mum she always said to me like, I knew you were going to grow up to be a bag girl, because I would be like 2, I would have nothing to take with me other than like my dolly, and yet I would have this big like pink sparkly bag filled with nothing other than maybe like some crayons or something, and I would just take bags with me everywhere. And also she said I could never stick to one bag, like I always had so many different bags in my collection, and like I would always change them up with my outfit and stuff like that, like ever since I was a little girl. And it's so funny because my mum's not much of a bag person, so she was like, I don't know where you got it from, like it's clearly a very innate thing in you. So yeah, I'm definitely much more of a bag person than I am a shoe person, and I just really like how the bags look on the shelf. So I think we're gonna have a little bit of a rezhuzh. And also one thing I do want to zhuzh up a little bit is my new Jo Malone perfumes. They are so pretty. These are part of the Blossoms collection. If you watched my vlog last week, the most exciting video of the season, you would have seen me unbox these and like go through these with you. So I'll link that vlog here if you want to watch it. But I do want to add them to the shelves because I do really like how they look. So yeah, I think we just need to have a bit of a zhuzh up, a bit of a change around, and make it look pretty again. Okay, so this is now what the shelves are looking like. I mean, there's not like huge changes that have been made, but just like little things. Like I've got my little blossoms collection there, very spring-like. I've given those a little bit of a swap. These two bags are this is the only shelf they can both fit in, but I think they work well together. I think the white and the blue works quite well. I've tried to minimalise it just a little bit more as well, and just keep it really as kind of boutique-y, as kind of curated as possible. And then I've also updated my desk here, which I quite like. I've decided to put my Jo Malone perfumes here, which I think looks quite nice. And then they're also just easy to move out the way if I am using this as a desk. I've stacked up a few books and my little booby vase, which I really, really like. I'm thinking of maybe getting some pampas grass for this. Maybe like some bunny tail pampas grass might look nice. And then I've just put my flowers in here because I love, love, love how they look. They're so, so pretty. I wish I always could have like fresh flowers sitting here because I love how fresh flowers look. I think they are just so, so gorgeous. And then also I have just moved this bag to up here. Now it doesn't fully fit, but I think that's the best place for it. It's really handy actually being able to have some nice like storage boxes above the wardrobes. I think they look really, really nice. These are just like, all of these are boxes that have come with separate PR parcels, so they're not ones that you can buy or anything. But I think that looks quite nice. The black and the white means that it looks like a focus piece, but it doesn't look too like, it doesn't take anything away from the room, so I quite like how that looks. And then, in case you're wondering, my little hats on my door, absolutely love them. So yeah, I feel like my main goal is just to try and make this room as like luxurious as possible, and just make it a room that like I really love hanging out in, because let's be honest, I film in here, I often work in here, I get dressed in here, I do my makeup in here. Like, this is a room that I spend a lot of time in, so I really just want to make sure that it's a room that I really enjoy. So this is a very easy fix. Now we're going to be changing a little bit up on this side of the room behind me. This has been a big blank wall for far too long, and that needs to change. So I'm very excited to let you guys know that this next section I'm actually going to be working with Desenio on this next little bit of the video, which is so, so exciting. I know you guys absolutely love Desenio as a brand, and as do I, and you guys know how much I love my prints. Like, our entire flat has prints all around it, and I just really, really love how much they just like change up a vibe, change how things look and how things feel, and they can just really like complete a space. And especially if you're renting like we are, it's really, really great to be able to like decorate without making any damage. I just use command hooks, and I have had a few mishaps, but I think that's mainly down to me not taking them off properly. I only discovered recently that you're supposed to like pull the tab down in order to pull them up. I was just pulling them straight off the wall, so I have had a couple of mishaps. But I find that it's really, really great if you're in a rented property and you just want to change it up a little bit and make it feel a bit more your own and a bit more homely and everything like that. And also, if you do own your own house, command strips are great anyway because you don't damage walls. So that's fabulous. So I have quite a few new prints in here that I'm going to be adding to the walls to really just change up this room. And one thing that I really, really love about Desenio is that they've got this amazing feature online that you can design your own gallery wall. So you like go onto it, you choose your background, and then it gives you like a few options of ways that gallery walls really, really work. So like there's like 3 next to each other, it's like mixing it up, and it like kind of shows you how you can kind of like structure the gallery wall, and then you can go through and add your prints and see how they look together, which is such a cool feature. Because if you guys have been following for a while, you'll know there used to be a gallery wall behind me, but I ended up taking it down because it just didn't like work together. I didn't find that the prints flowed, and I didn't think that they kind of like married well together, and it just looked a bit too higgledy-piggledy. So I was so excited to be able to go online and design the gallery wall and see what it looks like before I make any purchases, before I make any commitments, and before I actually put them onto the wall. So I'm really, really happy that I was able to do that, and I can't wait to show you what prints I've chosen. So I'm going to be changing up this wall behind me, and I think it's going to make a really, really big difference to this wall. I'm also going to be changing up my prints there because I want something a little bit new, and I want to just kind of like switch it up a little bit and change the vibe, because obviously this is my background a lot for YouTube, so I like to change it up and I like it to look like a little bit new. And I do actually have a discount code for you guys to be able to get 25% off prints. Now that doesn't include frames or limited edition, it's just the prints, but that is such an amazing deal. Like 25% off is insane. So if you want to get a discount, it is petite 25. I will put it on the screen here, and I will also put it in the description box along with all the links to the prints that I have chosen. If you did want to shop any of the links that I have picked, then you can shop the direct prints, because I know a lot of you guys have like quite a similar vibe to me. So if you want to literally copy what I've done, then absolutely go for it. I've done all the hard work for you. I spent about 3 to 4 hours choosing all of the prints, because there's just so many to choose from on Desenio, and I really wanted to like get it right this time, and I really wanted it to be something that I just look at and like, I'm just like, oh, I love it. I love it. So yes, that will all be linked in the description box below. So that's petite 25 if you did want to get yourself a juicy little discount. So without further ado, let's start unboxing, and I'll show you what prints are going to be going up on this wall behind me. Okay, so I've just unpackaged all of the frames. I did that off camera because I know that that would be really, really boring to watch, and I thought I would show you the prints. They're all here in the little like cardboard kind of like leaf, which I find really handy because it means that it keeps them nice and like flat, because it's really annoying when they don't come flat. But as you can see as well, you guys know how much I do love Desenio, because like I have some prints already. I love my Girl in Paris print. I put this one just in front of my radiator, because if you don't know, the radiators in this flat are just like really ugly. They're like electric radiators, and they look like space heaters attached to a wall. I hate them. So I just kind of like put it in front and like set it away a little bit so that it's not too like close to the heat or anything. But woo, I'm so excited to show you. So as I said, I used the like little online gallery wall maker, and one thing that I really liked about it is that it gave me an idea that I'd never thought of before. I always kind of think that with gallery walls it has to be very like mismatched, and like a big and a small and a little, and actually I saw an option for just 3 across, and it's 3 50 by 70 prints, and I was like, I love that. I can't believe I've never thought of that before, because I think that would work really, really well with this wall, because it's a big plain white wall, but I found that like the higgledy-piggledy kind of like gallery style just didn't suit it. It was just a bit too much behind there, and I didn't really like how it looked. And it is just, as I said, like a big plain white wall, and especially because this sofa's quite low, because it's a sofa bed, I find that it makes it stand out even more in terms of just like how vast this wall is. So I've gone for 3 50 by 70 prints, and I'm so in love. I've gone for very me kind of prints, very abstract, like a little bit feminine, a little bit girly. So the first one, which I absolutely love, is this one here. Can you see that okay? So it's this really, really gorgeous like feminine line print, which I really love. You know that I love my illustrations, and you know that I always say I love my naked ladies. I've got my naked lady candles, I've got my booby vase, I've got my booty vase, I've got, wow, oh my god, so many just like sculptures and statues around the flat. I just really, really like it. So I loved this. It was very like very tasteful. I liked the like border and the prints. This is Descent d'une femme. I have no idea what descent means. Something about a female. And there's a sessions on studio. So that is really nice. I love the colour of it as well. Really, really goes well with this room. Very like neutral, a little bit like warm toned, but just very, very suited to this room. And then next, another line print is this one, and this is another lady print, but this is a lady's face. And I really liked this like half face with like the earring and the like just the brush strokes and the detail. I just think it's so simple but so effective. And this one is from Stockholm Gallery. I'm not entirely sure if that's like, I think that's a specific like line that Desenio do. They do quite a few that have the Stockholm Gallery on the bottom, and I did actually, when I was testing it out, I tried 3, all of which were the Stockholm Gallery, but I just found that a bit much. So what I liked is that this one's obviously got the writing at the bottom, that one's got the writing at the top, and then the third one is slightly different as well. So I really like her. Again, very neutral. This is a little bit more neutral than the other one. The other one's a bit warmer, but they work really, really well next to each other. I would know because I tested it. And then next, The one to go in the middle of those two is this really, really gorgeous hand print. I absolutely love this. Now, I'm not going to lie, I chose those two prints first, and then it took me ages from then to decide which print was going to go in the middle, because I wanted it to look a little bit different. I liked how all of them had borders, but I was deciding, do I want writing again? Do I not? Do I want another naked lady? Do I not? So I went for this one, and I absolutely love it. It's like two hands like reaching for each other, and I think it looks so cool, and I really like the texture. It's very interesting. Like, the other two are obviously just block colors, whereas this almost looks like a woven texture. It almost looks like a weave, which is so interesting. So that one's going to go in the middle. So those three are going to go up behind me, which I can't wait to put them up. And then I don't know whether to show you now the ones that are going to go up on that wall, or whether to kind of just like reveal it, because I think it might be quite nice to just do like a little reveal, because that wall's going to be changing a little bit as well, and I can't wait to show you what it's going to be changing to. So let's get the command hooks on. Oh, and if anyone's wondering what command hooks I use, command strips, sorry, I know that people sometimes get annoyed when you call them the wrong thing. For some reason in my head, I think that like the official name is just command. So these ones are the strips. So I have two sizes here. I literally picked up so many the other day. The woman at the till was just like, doing a bit of decorating? I was like, yeah. So this one is the one that I used for the 50 by 70 prints. I prefer just to use the big ones. I have used these on the bigger prints, and they have been fine, but like, I don't want to risk anything. I'd rather use the bigger ones. And what you can also do, I find that it's fine with these wooden prints, but if you're going for the metal ones, they're very, very thin. I tend to cut these in half, like lengthways, and then it's really, really thin, and you don't have them sticking out, because I really hate it when you can see a bit of the command strip sticking out on the side. So yeah, so I use these ones. It says max 60 by 90, so yeah, this is 50 by 70, that's about the same, isn't it? I'm pretty sure. Yeah, that's smaller. Yeah, okay. I really wasn't good at maths. So yeah, and then what you do is you just like fold them in, the Velcro bits together, peel off one side and stick it to the print, and then when you're ready, stick them to the wall. So let's get sticking. I can't wait to see the transformation that's going to happen on this wall, because this is just going to be the biggest transformation in this room, and I feel like it's like such a small thing, but it's going to make such a big difference. Oh my word, that looks amazing. Oh, I'm so happy with how they've turned out. They look absolutely gorgeous. Ignore those two holes. I've been meaning to fill them for absolutely ages. They're from when the wardrobe was there, and we had to attach it to the wall. And I still haven't filled them in, but oh my word, that looks so good. It goes so nicely, and looks really nice with the Paris print down there. Actually, I was worried that it might look a little bit odd, especially because obviously it's not central completely to the wall or anything like that, but actually I think it works really well. That looks so nice. Now next, what I'm going to do, I want to change up what's going on with the sofa bed a little bit, because I think I'm definitely over this pillow. I think I'm over the pink. I want it to be a bit more neutral, so I'm going to bring a couple of pillows in here and just kind of style up the sofa a little bit more, so that it just kind of like blends a bit more with the prints and everything. Oh yay, that looks so good. I was unsure if it was going to work, because these pillows are a lot bigger than the ones that used to be here. So I've actually taken these from our bedroom. If you know, I'm doing our bedroom up a little bit. Things are changing in there. I won't talk about that too much in this vlog, but I've just brought them in just to tie in the neutral tones, and I think that looks really nice. We've got very, like, you know, pinky neutrals, pinks and neutrals, and I think it looks so good. Let me know your thoughts on this. Or do you think do you think that looks good? I'm so happy. And then it also means that when I am vlogging and I show you my outfits and stuff, we've just got a little bit more going on behind me, and it's not so like, I always felt like it was just so stark before, but it doesn't detract from the outfit. That was a big thing that I was worried about. I didn't want it to like detract from what I was wearing, you know, if I was showing you the outfits. But obviously very like neutral, very kind of understated. You can just like see them in the background as I'm vlogging. So yeah, I love that. I absolutely love it. I think it's turned out so well. I'm so chuffed. Now, the next task is going to be this little setup here. So as I said, this is like my filming corner, and I know I've changed it around a fair bit since I've been on YouTube. I think I've been on YouTube for about just under a year now, and I think I've changed up about 4 times if I remember correctly, but I think this is going to be the last time for a while, because I think this is going to be it. As I said, I never like tried it out and tested it out before, and I'd never been able to, you know, see what it looks like before actually seeing it on the wall. And I do quite like these, but especially size wise, it's really hard to judge based off just like dimensions and measurements. Like, it's quite hard to see what things will look like. So as much as I love this, like I love the size of that, I find this is just a bit too stark, and also like these two. And one of the prints I've got, actually, I think Desenio is like one of the few, very few, if only, places that do square frames, and I really liked that. And I was actually a bit inspired by Susie Benaldi, and she did it was quite cool. She did just like a square, like 4x4, but to be perfectly honest, I think that would have been a bit too, like, we've got 3 here and then we've got 4 there. So I did still want this to be a little bit more abstract and a bit interesting, but also, like, as I said, because it's my filming setup, I don't want it to take away from, you know, the outfits or anything, like away from what's happening in the vlog. So I don't know if I'm going to time lapse this. I think I'm just going to get them on the wall and show you a really satisfying before and after. So this is the before. And here we have the after. Did you like that little clicky TikTok vibe? But oh my word, I'm so in love with how this has turned out. I'm sorry, I've had to close the curtains because it's like really sunny, which is never something I thought I would have to apologise for. But oh my word, I'm so obsessed. So I've actually ended up keeping my little cheetah print, which has been here before. I love this print. It's such a classic. Like, I literally have had this one for ages, and it's just my favourite. And one thing that I really found helpful about being able to look at like sizes and stuff and test it out is that I thought I was going to reorder this in the size up. So this is 21 by 30, I believe, and I thought I was going to have to reorder it in the 30 by 40, but actually this fits perfectly, and it means that, like, you know, vlogging and stuff and like filming, it just looks really nice. It's a bit more neutral than before, so I think it's quite, you know, subtle and like not too obvious, and I just really love this one. This is so different. So this is from their 50 by 50 collection, and it's absolutely gorgeous. The only thing I wish with their 50 by 50 collection was that they had more options, because I think I would order a lot more, but like maybe in some of the other rooms, like maybe in our bedroom, that would look really cool. But they don't have as big a selection with the square ones as they do with the like portrait ones, but I'm really happy with how that's turned out. Let me know what you guys think. I'm absolutely in love. Another thing that I'm trying to do in terms of like upgrading the dressing room and just making it, you know, a very like functional working space is I'm really making an effort with the wardrobes, and I'm going to show you inside one section, not the other, because this section I'm doing quite well with. Like, I would say it's definitely a lot more organised than it used to be, and I'm making a real effort. So down at the bottom we just have my tall boots, which are probably going to go away soon, because let's be honest, you're not really going to be wearing knee-high boots in the spring. And then we've got a lot of my coats, which again are probably going to go away soon. We'll probably be doing a bit of a wardrobe switch over in a couple of weeks time, and then these are just like new in things that I want to wear, things I want to style up, that kind of are an overflow of the rail, because I quite like that to look very aesthetic. So yeah, and then we've got boxes up here, which this is I still haven't tried the steam pod actually, I still need to try that. This is the Glow by Lydia Millen kit, where I keep all my thick tan and my mitts and everything, and then I just have a couple of overflow boxes of like hair stuff, body care, things like that. And then this is the one that I'm not going to show you in, because I'm not going to lie, it is just an absolute state, but it is should we? Yeah, no. It is shelves rather than like rails. So I'd love to know if any of you guys have any tips on organising that better, because it's not just clothes in there. It's like I keep a lot of work stuff. I have a whole shelf of new in pieces. I've got a shelf with like a basket of shoes in. So if any of you guys have any tips, I do have at the top This is an Ikea box, which that's got like loads of hats and scarves and like accessories in, but it just doesn't look very pretty. Like, it's a big grey box, so I don't really want to fill it with that. But if you have any advice, any tips, please let me know. I would really appreciate it. But last thing to do today is a chair switcheroo. So I have decided I'm going to go for the rattan chair. Thank you so much for all your comments. I think the rattan chair is just, it's actually the only rattan I really have left in the flat, to be honest. Oh no, wait, I do have the lampshade, which I need to get Alex to bring in here. Oh, okay, so I just had to wait for Alex to finish his meeting, and then I went in and just reminded him how handsome he is and how kind he is and how super lovely he is and how much he loves me, and he really kindly changed him over for me. It's so funny, he doesn't even need a stool to do it. Like, I was struggling to reach on a chair and he literally just goes, yep. I'm like, oh, to be 6'2", the dream. So I have now got my rattan lampshade in here, which looks really great. It goes so well with like the neutral tones, like the blacks of the frames and the black of that. And yes, we're gonna be changing the chairs. I'm gonna be sticking with my rattan one. I think I'm gonna get rid of the shell pillow as well. As much as I like it and it's cute, I just don't think it's really my vibe anymore. I don't think it quite goes in here. So this chair, again, if you watched my home secrets video, this is going to go on Facebook Marketplace. I'll just put it up for a few quid. Whenever I put things up on Facebook Marketplace, I'd rather just get them gone, so I never put them up for too much. I don't think I ever put anything up for above like 20 quid. But to be fair, this is in good condition, so whoever takes this hopefully will really like it. And I think the rattan is just going to look really nice. And ta-da! Oh, this literally reminds me of like old school Ellie's dressing room. Do you remember when this used to be here? It's not been here in absolutely ages, but I feel like because it's like, it's obviously like a bit more see-through than the other one, I think it makes the space look a bit bigger. I don't know if that's just me, but I think it really works. But yeah, so then this ties in with the rattan on this, and I really like that. So that actually means that they are the only two rattan pieces in the entirety of the flat. Rattan is such a like a trend thing, and I do really like it when it's done well, but I feel like it's really difficult to do well. Like, it's actually quite difficult to style up and to make work, but I feel like this works. Like, I like how it works. So yeah, that is the dressing room now, completely upgraded, and I'm so happy. I wish I'd done a little pan of the before. I always forget to do that, but I might have some footage. If I do, I'll insert it. If not, let's just do a pan of after and I'll show you what it's now looking like. So we have my new prints here, which I'm so in love with. The sofa is looking much more like neutral and a bit more toned down. And then at this corner, I absolutely adore these prints. They look so great. And yeah, I now really like this view in the mirror. I think this looks so cute, and it's going to look great for like all of my vlogs and my try-ons, and you know, whenever I show you my outfits, I think it would just look so cute. I love this behind me now. I was worried. I remember speaking in another vlog about how pink the sofa bed is, but I think with all the prints, you know, that we've got the blacks here, we've got the beiges there, we've got the whites there, I think it tones it down nicely, and it means that the sofa bed's not too pink. So yeah, another little pan, because I'm just so happy with how it's turned out. I'm so in love. Also, how good does this view look when I do my little sit downs here? Got a bit more of a background going on, which makes me very happy. So as I mentioned, I have my discount code with Desenio, Petite25, if you want to get 25% off prints. Such a good deal. It is only valid until the 11th though, so that's a really short window. So if you were thinking about getting some new prints, this is a great opportunity to do it before the 11th. I don't want you to miss out on such a great deal. You guys know I'm always trying to get you good deals and discounts and really great savings, so hopefully you'll be able to utilize this discount code. I know so many of us are just like upgrading our spaces at the moment. I think having been in lockdown for like a year, just changing up your space and like changing up your home and just upgrading it a little bit is so important. I feel like this year has been the year of the home, and even people that like maybe didn't put as much effort into their homes before, they really started to realize the value of just like making your space your own. And I feel like just something as simple as adding some gorgeous prints is such a great way to do that. So I really hope you guys enjoyed this video, enjoyed upgrading my dressing room with me and having a bit of a play about, styling out the shelves, changing up the prints. I really enjoyed it. I hope you did too. If you did, please be sure to give it a thumbs up. That would absolutely make my day. And if you're not already subscribed, make sure to hit the subscribe button. That really helps me out. So I will see you guys in my next video. I hope you have a lovely evening. Bye.